There is a place where nature still reigns, unchained, where every tree, every river, and every breath of wind carries the weight of life's history. A place where the rhythms of the planet have pulsed since the very beginning. This is the African savanna. Not merely a land that hosts animals, but a land that shapes them, sculpts them, and honors them on this ancient ground. Each species is a masterpiece of survival. And now, gently, you're arriving, not by footsteps, not by vehicle, but with your breath, with the softness of your eyelids, with the quiet surrender of someone who is ready to rest. Breathe. The sun is rising slowly on the edge of the world. A golden light spreads across vast plains covered in tall grass. Silhouettes appear in the distance, thin acacia trees, animals awakening far away, and a sky that seems to open like a curtain of light. You are here. The savanna stretches before you like a great living blanket. It smells of dust, of root, of sunlight baked into the earth. The breeze is light, brushing against the skin like silk, whispering secrets in a language older than memory. You close your eyes, not to stop seeing, but to see more clearly. You hear the chirping of birds, some sharp, others like soft calls. You hear the buzzing of insects working early. You hear the rustle of grass being moved by something, maybe the wind, maybe something else, and still there is no fear, because here everything moves in harmony. The lion does not roar without reason. The elephant does not charge without cause. The silence is not empty. It is full of presence. The temperature is perfect, warm but not heavy. You feel the sun rise behind you, its golden warmth climbing your back like a friendly hand, not harsh, not rushed, just there. You feel your shoulders relax, your breathing fall into rhythm with the savanna. You are no longer an observer. You are part of this. The colors shift, amber, gold, green, and beige. The morning light plays with shadows, and in this play, the day is born. A giraffe stretches its neck toward the treetops. Its eyes blink slowly. A family of warthogs trots past, their tails raised like flags. A bird lands on a rock, pecks once, then flies away again. Each detail is gentle, intentional. Nothing is wasted, not even time, because in the savanna, time walks. It does not fly, it does not sprint. It takes slow, heavy, deliberate steps, like the elephants you will soon meet. But for now, you remain still, watching. Your senses are wide open. Even in this stillness, your skin feels the brush of every leaf. Your ears catch the distant trumpet of an elephant. You inhale deeply, and the smell of grass fills your lungs, dry, sweet, slightly bitter. Everything about this place is honest. The earth cracks under the sun, but offers life. The predators hunt, but only for survival. The prey runs, but always returns to the water. You realize now that the savanna is not peaceful because it lacks danger. It is peaceful because it accepts it. The balance is sacred, the silence divine. You hear a new sound now, slow footsteps through the grass, soft but firm, something large but unhurried. Perhaps the elephants are near, but you do not open your eyes. You stay in the moment, wrapped in the scent, the rhythm, the texture of this land. You understand that the savanna is not a postcard. It is not still. It breathes, it sighs, it sings softly for those who know how to listen. And you are listening. The sky turns lighter, a soft pink on the horizon. the stars fade, but the story continues, because the savanna never truly sleeps, and yet it is always resting, just like you. Tonight or tomorrow, you will return here. You don't need to walk. You just need to remember how to breathe, how to listen, how to rest. The savanna will welcome you again. Its silence will wrap around your chest. Its light will kiss your forehead. Its creatures, even the fierce ones, will keep their distance, because they know you are here, not to disturb, but to be part of the whole. So rest now. Let the dawn arrive behind your closed eyes. Let your breath match the wind. Let your body sink deeper into calm. You are safe. You are present. You are home. Welcome to the savanna. The morning has now fully awakened. The sun climbs steadily into the sky, and the light it casts is soft, golden, like honey poured over the earth. The tall grass glows. The trees stretch their branches wide, as if yawning after a long night. The air smells of dew, bark, and ancient soil, and then you hear it, a deep rumble, not loud, not threatening. It is the voice of something big, something old, something wise. From the edge of the landscape, emerging slowly and silently, comes the elephant. It doesn't rush. It doesn't need to. Its presence fills the space long before its feet do. It walks with the confidence of one who has always belonged. You watch as it moves, one foot at a time, soft, deliberate, like it's careful not to wake the earth beneath. And yet it weighs tons, and yet the grass bends gently under it. You feel no fear, only awe, only calm, because the elephant does not threaten. It reveals. Its skin is gray, cracked like the bark of the trees. Its ears flap gently, like sails in a gentle wind. Its eyes, small in comparison to its size, are calm, almost tender. They carry something more than instinct. They carry memory. It is said that elephants remember everything. Every trail, every loss, every face. They remember joy and pain. They return to the bones of their ancestors. They stand in silence before the remains. They do not speak, but they feel, and you understand. Now, this is not just an animal. It is a soul in motion. You follow it with your eyes. It moves toward a nearby tree and rests its trunk against the bark. The trunk, a miracle of nature, strong enough to lift entire logs, gentle enough to caress a baby. It wraps around a branch, tugs a few leaves, and eats slowly, grateful. You feel the rhythm in your own breath match the elephant's, slow, grounded, present. More elephants appear, a group, a family. The young one walks close to its mother, bumping playfully into her side. She doesn't scold. She lets him be, but she is always near. The herd moves together, like a single body with many legs. They pause to eat, to touch, to listen. There's very little noise, only breath, only the sound of branches being broken, water sloshing under heavy steps, the occasional soft trumpet. You notice now the lines on their skin, like maps, maps that tell where they've been, what they've seen. Each wrinkle holds a story, each scar a memory, and somehow they carry it all with grace. You think of your own memories, the good ones, the painful ones, all the places you've walked, maybe like the elephant. You are made not just of skin and bone, but of stories. Maybe you too have carried more than anyone knows, and survived. You watch the matriarch lead the group. She's older, slower, but her steps draw a path. She knows the way to water, to safety, to rest. The others follow without question, not out of fear, but out of trust. It's a quiet kind of leadership, one built over time. You feel something stir inside, a calm, a knowing, a sense that maybe you don't always need to know where you're going. You just need to keep walking, softly, with memory as your compass. The sun is higher now, the warmth is richer, but the elephants don't rush. They move like clouds across the land, slow, steady, unbothered, and you, watching, breathing, resting, are learning. You're learning that strength is not loud, that memory is not a burden, that silence can be full of wisdom. The young ones start to play, splashing in a nearby mud pool. They roll, cover themselves with mud, trumpet in joy. Their skin needs it to stay cool, to stay protected. But their hearts simply want to celebrate. You smile, because even here, among giants, there is space for laughter. And slowly, you let yourself go. Your breathing deepens, your muscles release. The calm of the elephants seeps into your bones. You close your eyes, but still, you see them, walking, eating, loving, remembering. They move away now, toward the horizon, but not out of reach, because something about them stays with you. Their rhythm, their grace, their quiet strength. And now, it is your time to rest, to let go, to let memory hold you, not as weight, but as warmth. Good night, traveler of memory. Good night, listener of the soul. May your dreams be slow. May your thoughts walk gently, and may you sleep like the elephants walk. The morning deepens. The air is now warmer, but still fresh. A breeze dances lightly across the tall grass. Birds call in distant, echoing tones. Not rushed, not loud, just present. And there, under the golden sun, and among the shadows of the trees, the elephants continue to move. You've seen their size, their silence, their strength. Now you'll witness their tools. Not tools forged by hand, but by time, by nature, by wisdom. The trunk and the tusks. The elephant's trunk is not just a nose. It is a miracle of anatomy. A long, muscular extension of the upper lip and nose, made of over 40,000 individual muscles. It has no bones, and yet it is stronger than steel. It can rip a tree from the ground, or pick up a single blade of grass. It can carry gallons of water, or gently touch the forehead of a calf. It is a tool, a bridge, a voice. You watch now as an elephant reaches out with its trunk. It wraps around a branch and snaps it with a crack, clean, sharp, effortless. Then, with grace, it brings the branch to its mouth, chews slowly, eyes half closed, savoring moments. Later, it reaches down into a shallow pool. The trunk becomes a straw, slurping up water, curling back, spraying the coolness across its back. The droplets fall like rain on gray skin, running in small rivulets along the folds and creases. The elephant lifts its trunk again, this time to trumpet, a low, rumbling call that echoes softly over the land. It is not a warning, it is a greeting, a reminder. I am here. Nearby, a younger elephant mimics the motion. Its trunk flails clumsily, to long for its own body, as if still learning its weight. It pokes at the mud, wraps itself in vines, pokes another calf playfully, and the older one watches, doesn't interfere. Learning takes time. You think of your own hands, of how you've learned to hold, to touch, to carry. The elephant's trunk is its way of reaching the world as your hands are for you. And there's something sacred in that. Now your eyes are drawn to the tusks, bright, curved, heavy. They emerge from the upper jaw ivory arches of history. They are not decorations, they are tools, weapons sometimes. But more often, they are used to dig for roots, to strip bark from trees, to mark territory, to lift, push, break, and move. Each tusk grows differently. One usually becomes dominant, the master tusk, used more, worn down, smoother. The other, a backup, a balance. You observe a female using hers to tear apart a log. Inside, hidden in the soft wood, are insects, minerals, moisture, nourishment. Another elephant rubs his tusk against a tree, sharpening its edge. It's a ritual, a preparation, not for war, but for life. Some tusks are chipped, cracked, broken, but even then they carry purpose. Even incomplete, they serve. You realize power does not mean perfection. Functioned in the herd, tusks also tell stories of fights survived, of trees moved, of seasons endured, and the elephants know. They remember whose tusks are sharpest, whose trunk is gentlest, whose silence speaks the loudest. And now you close your eyes just for a moment. You imagine what it would feel like to have such tools, to reach far without leaving your place, to lift without struggle, to touch without fear. But maybe you already do. Your voice, your presence, your gestures. Maybe these are your trunk. Tusks, not for defense, but for connection. The elephants continue their mourning. They graze, they bathe, they nudge each other gently. There is no rush, no need to prove anything. They simply live, with their bodies as their instruments, with the earth as their teacher. A young elephant comes close to an older one, its trunk touching the elder's tusk. A gesture of reverence, of curiosity, of belonging. The older one doesn't move, just lets the moment happen. The wind carries the scent of bark, water, and dust, and the rhythm of breath, slow, wide, grounded, fills the air. You feel that rhythm now. Inside your chest, your body is heavier, not from exhaustion, but from stillness, from peace, because, watching the elephants, you've remembered something. Strength is not noise, power is not rage, and tools can be instruments of gentleness. The elephants begin to move again, fading slowly into the tall grass. Only their backs remain visible, then just their shadows, then nothing. But you are still here, and their lesson lingers. Use what you have with care. Reach gently, carry quietly, and know you are enough. Good night, keeper of tools. Good night, soul of soft strength. May your sleep be long, your breath be steady, and your dreams be as wise as the trunk, and as enduring as the tusks. The sun rises higher now, its light no longer timid. It pours over the savanna in thick golden waves, warming every grain of earth, every blade of grass, every breath. The air is warmer, the shadows shorter, and yet the rhythm remains slow. The elephants, unbothered by the rising heat, begin to move toward a familiar place, a shallow basin, a pool, a sacred pit of earth and water, the mud bath. You watch as the first elephant approaches. Its pace is steady, each step deliberate, as if it remembers every rock, every curve of the land. When it reaches the edge, it stops, lowers its head, tests the texture with its trunk, and then with a single move, steps in. The sound of wet mud rises. Squish, suction, splash. It's not graceful, but it's beautiful. The elephant kneels slowly, rolls to one side, then the other. Mud covers its body. Its skin disappears under layers of thick, dark earth. But there is no discomfort, only pleasure, only relief. This is not just bathing, it is healing. The mud clings to the skin like armor. It cools, it soothes, it protects against the sun, against insects, against time, and the elephant knows. Knows without words. Knows with its whole body. You feel a breeze touch your face, soft, as if the earth is exhaling. Another elephant joins, then another, and soon the herd surrounds the mud pit. Some stand at the edge, some lie down, some spray mud with their trunks, sending droplets high into the air, tiny stars of earth, floating. You imagine the feeling, the weight of mud across the shoulders, the coolness against heated skin, the grounding of being covered, not hidden, but renewed. You see a calf stumble into the mud. It sinks, almost too deep, but the mother is nearby. She nudges gently, lifting with her trunk. No panic, just presence. The calf learns balance, learns trust. You breathe in deeply. The smell of wet earth fills your senses. Rich, organic, timeless mud is not dirt, not here. It is memory, medicine, a blessing. The elephants play now. Even the old ones, they toss mud, they trumpet softly. Their movements are slow but joyful. You watch an elephant press its forehead to the ground, stays there, still, not asleep, not alert, just at peace, like a prayer, offered in silence, accepted by the land. You think about your own rituals, your ways of washing off the day, of cooling what burned, of soothing what ached. What is your mud? Maybe it's silence, maybe it's breath, maybe it's this story. You feel your body soften. You're not lying in mud, but you are resting, and that's enough. The elephants begin to rise. Their bodies now darker, heavier, but calmer. Mud clings to them like a second skin. Their movements are slower now, more fluid. They look like statues of the earth itself, walking monuments to balance you. Understand now, the mud is not a shield. It is a return to origin, to ground, to simplicity. You close your eyes for a moment and imagine your own body wrapped in earth, not sinking, but held by something ancient and wise. You are not separate from the earth. You are part of it. You breathe that truth in. Let it settle in your belly. Let it soften your thoughts. The elephants begin to move away. One by one, they leave the mud behind, but carry it with them. A thin layer of protection, a quiet memory. They walk slowly toward the trees. Shadows stretch across their backs. The heat of the sun is now muted by the coat of earth they wear. And you remain still. You've taken a bath, not with water, not with mud, but with calm, with story, with stillness. Your eyes are heavy now. Your chest rises and falls. Quiet rhythm. The elephants fade into the distance, but their lesson stays. Return to what heals you. Rest in what grounds you, and wear your peace like a second skin. Good night, soul of earth. Good night, heart wrapped in silence. May your sleep be cool, your body at ease, and your dreams soft as mud beneath gentle feet. The sun now casts long shadows beneath the trees. Its warmth is no longer sharp, but steady, like a blanket draped over the land. The elephants are quieter now. They've eaten, they've bathed, they've walked, now they listen. You sit with them, not speaking, not moving much, but everything is being said. Because in the savannah, silence is not emptiness. It is a language. It is not the absence of sound, but the presence of understanding. One elephant brushes gently against another. No words, just a touch. And in that gesture, I see you. I am here. We are together. The calf leans against its mother. She shifts her weight just slightly to make room. No explanation, no command, only a response, only care. You feel the rhythm of this silent world. Each movement, each pause, each glance is filled with meaning. Even the wind participates. It moves through the grass like breath. It carries scents, messages, memories, that the elephants lift their trunks to the air. They smell things you cannot see. They recognize one another by scent alone. They remember places, routes, seasons, all held in a single breath of air. You watch an older elephant stop. It turns its head slightly, stands still. The others begin to do the same. No words, no signal, but everyone understands. It's time to wait, to listen. You wonder, what did they hear? What do they know that you do not? Maybe it doesn't matter, because the lesson is not in the answer, but in the stillness. Silence teaches patience. It invites presence. It opens space. A young elephant plays nearby. It runs in circles, flapping its ears, chasing nothing in particular. The adults let it be. They don't interfere. Eventually, the calf stops, walks over to an older female, lays its trunk across her foot, and stands there. She does nothing, says nothing, but everything changes. The calf calms, settles, feels seen, and you watch all this unfold in a world without spoken language, and yet you understand it perfectly, because there are things beyond words, deeper than grammar, older than speech, like the way that earth speaks through warmth, the way the sky speaks through color, the way the elephant speaks through stillness. You think of your own life, how often you've filled silence with sound, how often you've spoken without meaning, how often you've longed for just this dot to sit, to be, to know, without saying dot. The elephants begin to move again, not because someone told them to, but because the moment allowed it. They walk slowly, in harmony, their bodies close enough to touch, their hearts close enough to feel. They don't look at each other constantly. They don't check in with every step. They trust, and in trust there is rest. You feel your own body responding. The tension in your neck softens. Your jaw unclenches. Your breath deepens. You are becoming like them, grounded, quiet, present. And now the light begins to shift. Afternoon leans toward evening. The shadows stretch longer. The birds grow quiet. The elephants pause again. They group together loosely, each one facing a different direction. Together, they form a circle of awareness, a living compass. No one is alone. No one is forgotten. And in this quiet gathering, they rest. Some stand, some lie down, some lean gently into each other. There is no command to sleep, no announcement, only the fading of day, the cooling of air, the rhythm of peace. You let your body sink into the earth, into the moment, into the silence. You realize this silence is not empty, it is full. It holds you, like the elephants hold each other, like the wind holds scent, like the night holds sleep. You are not alone, even now, even here, because this is the language of the Savanna, the language of silence. And tonight you speak it to Dot. Good night, soul of stillness. Good night, heart that listens. May your breath be quiet, your mind at ease, and your dreams gentler than words. The heat begins to fade. The air cools softly, like a sigh after a long breath. The sun, now descending, bathes the savanna in tones of amber and bronze. It's not the end yet, but the beginning of the closing, and the elephants, they begin to move again. You notice it first, not with your eyes, but with your body, the rhythm, the shift, the way their steps begin to align one by one with a purpose that is calm but certain. They are migrating, not out of panic, not in haste, but because something within them knows it is time. They don't consult maps. They don't check the sky. They simply remember. Because migration in the world of elephants is not about going somewhere new. It's about returning Dot to water, to food, to memory. The matriarch leads the way. She's been there before, many times. She knows the paths, not because she was taught, but because they were carved into her. You watch her step forward, her ears wide, her trunk low, each movement full of presence. The others follow, not because they are commanded, but because they trust. And so the herd moves, one by one, a wave of life rolling across the land. You walk with them in thought, in spirit. Their journey becomes yours, not through dust and grass, but through memory. You remember things, too, moments from your own path, places you've been, wounds you've carried, peace you've found. Just like them, the elephants do not speak of the road ahead. They do not plan. They respond to the scent of rain in the wind, to the crunch of dry earth underfoot, to the tilt of the sun that they know. And that is enough. The little ones walk close to the older ones. They don't understand yet, but they feel the rhythm. They match their pace to the heartbeat of the herd, and in that they learn. You see a calf pause to sniff the air. It lifts its trunk like a question. The mother stops, waits, nudges gently. This is how knowledge passes, not through words, but through presence. The journey is long, but no one rushes. They stop when needed, to rest, to drink, to simply stand in silence and feel the land. Even in motion, they remain grounded, rooted in something deeper than direction, rooted in connection. You observe the land they cross, wide plains, scattered trees, dry patches of earth that suddenly bloom with green dot. This is not just movement, it is a ritual, a slow dance between body and memory. The elephants leave no trail. You can see, but they follow one carved into time. You close your eyes for a moment, and you feel it, the deep memory inside you, of where you've come from, of what you've endured, of the places, physical or not, where you've found water. You are not so different. Your body remembers, your heart remembers, even when your mind forgets. The sun lowers further, shadows grow long. The herd is quieter now. They've walked far, and now they pause. Near a small waterhole, they gather. The calves splash softly. The older ones drink. A few lie down, sinking their massive bodies into the warm soil. You feel the stillness settle again, not because the journey is over, but because it is respected. Every step matters. Every rest, too. You imagine walking this way with no fear of where, only trust in when, and as your breath slows, you feel a calm rise within you, like water filling a quiet pool. You are part of this migration of souls, this ancient rhythm, and you understand. You don't need to know every turn ahead. You only need to remember your path, your waterholes, your shade trees, your sacred stops, like the elephants do. The herd gathers closer now. They form a loose circle around the young, protecting without smothering, holding without holding on, and slowly the sky turns violet, then indigo, then deep, silent blue. One by one, the stars appear, not suddenly, but as if they were always there, just waiting for you to see, and you lie back, not on the savanna, but in your own space, your own place of rest, and yet, somehow, still there, with them, with the matriarch, with the memory, with the road that does not forget. You are migrating too, through thought, through time, through rest, and tonight you have arrived at the place of stillness. Good night, traveler of memory. Good night, soul that walks with the herd. May your dreams follow familiar paths. May your sleep carry you gently, and may you always remember you are never lost when you walk with the quiet wisdom of those who remember the way. Night now gently wraps the savanna in its velvet blue. The last light has faded behind the horizon, and the stars begin to pulse softly above the land. Like quiet eyes watching from a distance, the elephants are resting. Some lie down, their great bodies sinking into the warmth of the earth. Others remain standing, their weight shifting slowly, as if rocked by memories instead of wind. But their minds, they do not sleep fully, because even in rest, the elephant remembers, and remembering is a form of presence. You watch the matriarch. She is still, but her eyes are open, not in fear, not in worry, but in witness. She has led this herd through seasons of drought, through lands of plenty and scarcity. She knows the path to hidden waters. She remembers the places that are safe and the ones that are not. And this wisdom, it isn't written. It isn't spoken aloud. It is stored in her body, in her silence. Elephant intelligence is not loud. It does not demand attention, but it is vast. They understand death. They grieve. They stay near the bones of their own, not with fear, but with reverence. You see one now, an older female, walking slowly toward a skeleton. It lies beneath an acacia, bleached and hollow, but she does not avoid it. She stops, touches the skull gently with her trunk, stands there for a long moment, silent. This is not instinct. It is honor. You think of your own memories, the people who shaped you, the places that left marks, seen and unseen. And like the elephant, you know, to remember is to keep alive. Intelligence in this world is not measured by speed or invention. It is measured by depth, by connection, by the ability to hold pain and joy at the same time. You watch the young ones now. They play, yes, but they also learn. They watch the older elephants closely, mimic their movements, follow their pauses, and slowly, without formal lessons, they absorb the rhythm of the herd. The wisdom is passed, not through words, but through time, through presence, through quiet. You see one calf lift its trunk, placing it gently on the tusk of its grandmother. She turns slightly, brushes her cheek against his ear, a gesture, a code, a message that says, I am here, you are safe. This is how we remember. You realize now, the savanna is not only land, it is a library. Each elephant, a book. Each journey, a chapter. Each scar, a sentence carved by survival. And the herd is the keeper of the whole. You breathe deeper now. The night air cools your chest. Your body sinks a little further into comfort, into quiet. You do not need to move or understand everything. You only need to be here, to witness, because some truths don't need explanation. They need silence. The stars reflect in the elephant's eyes. You wonder what they see, what they feel, what they carry that can never be spoken. And maybe you carry it too. A deep knowing, a quiet strength, a soft kind of intelligence that grows not with facts, but with feeling. One by one, the elephants begin to lie down. Even the young ones grow still. The night wraps around them, and they let it know resistance, no worry, only trust. And you, resting now, watching, are learning to, not how to be smart, but how to be wise. You are learning that wisdom is not loud. It does not shout, it does not rush, it does not seek applause. It lives quietly in the bones, in the breath, in the way. You hold space for others, and for yourself. You close your eyes, but still you see the elephants resting, remembering, guarding the ancient knowledge written into their bodies. And in that stillness, you feel something unlock in you, something old, something true. You are not just watching them. You are becoming like them, a keeper of quiet, a bearer of memory, a soul that knows. Silence is full, stillness is alive, and wisdom waits. Good night, quiet witness. Good night, gentle soul of memory. May your sleep be deep, your mind unburdened, and may your dreams carry the wisdom that cannot be taught, only remembered. The night deepens, but somewhere in the distance, a soft golden hue touches the horizon. The stars remain overhead, but they blink slower now, as if drifting, as if preparing to sleep. And in the quiet edges of the savanna, a silhouette emerges. Tall, elegant, unmistakable, the giraffe. She walks slowly, each step careful, deliberate, like a dancer on invisible threads of wind. You see her neck stretch upward, longer than any creature you've ever known. Her head moves like a leaf at the top of a tree, swaying gently, scanning the canopy. But it is not clumsy, it is not awkward, it is grace. In slow motion, her coat, covered in patterns of soft brown and golden patches, blends into the trees behind her. At first, you might think she would be easy to spot, but the savanna knows how to paint, and the giraffe, she wears the colors of shadow and sunlight. This is camouflage, not for hiding, but for belonging. She steps forward, and you notice her legs thin, impossibly long, but powerful. With one kick, she could shatter bone, but she does not, because her strength is not for display. It is for survival, for protection, for balance. You watch her pause beside a tree, a gentle acacia. She tilts her head, extends her tongue, long, dark, precise, and wraps it around a branch. Thorns. No problem. The giraffe's tongue is strong, her mouth adapted to navigate around nature's defenses. She pulls leaves into her mouth like a thread into a needle, soft, careful, patient. This is not feeding. It is art. And now, as you watch her chew slowly, you begin to notice her rhythm. Her breath is steady. Her eyes are soft. Her body, though tall and slender, is solid. Still, you follow the path of blood as it must travel from heart to brain, a long vertical journey, and you realize, for this creature to simply be alive, her heart must be powerful. It must push life upward against the pull of gravity, constantly, faithfully, and yet she does not appear tired. She does not look like she is trying, because balance is her gift, and balance, when mastered, looks like calm. You close your eyes for a moment and imagine being that balanced, that rooted, that upright in your own stillness. You breathe with her. Inhale, exhale, and when you open your eyes again, she is joined by another, a younger giraffe, slightly shorter, a bit more hesitant. The first one leans down. They touch foreheads briefly, a gesture of trust, a wordless greeting. The younger giraffe looks around, unsure, alert, still learning, but the older one remains close, does not push, does not guide with force. She simply stays, and that is enough, because presence can teach what instruction cannot. You see them now, together, mother and calf, or perhaps sisters, bonded not by sound, but by attention. Their ears twitch occasionally, their tails flick softly, but they do not speak, they simply are. And the savanna responds. The wind slows, the insects hush, the trees seem to bend closer, listening. This moment feels eternal. You imagine walking like them, with long, steady steps, seeing far ahead, never rushing, always aware. The giraffe sees predators from a great distance. She does not panic, she observes. Her size is her defense, her calm is her wisdom, and still, when needed, she can run. Her gallop is strange, a blend of power and elegance, like a boat gliding through heavy water, like a dream that refuses to be rushed. But for now, she does not run, she remains. The stars reflect on her coat, the earth holds her feet, and you, watching quietly, are learning again that strength does not always roar, that softness is not weakness, that height does not disconnect, it simply sees more. The giraffes begin to walk again, further into the trees. Their legs fold like poetry, their heads sway like branches in wind, and slowly, gently, they vanish into shadow, but not from memory. You close your eyes once more, and in your mind they remain tall, graceful, kind. You breathe in the scent of the savanna at night, dry, sweet, grounding. You exhale and feel your body soften. You are no longer watching from afar. You are beside them. You are part of this stillness. And as sleep begins to pull you under, you carry their rhythm. Long breath, quiet presence, gentle strength. Good night, watcher of grace. Good night, soul of height and balance. May your dreams stretch high. May your thoughts step softly. And may you rest like the giraffe walks tall, still, and at peace with the night. The night continues, soft and full. A silver moon now hangs above the savanna, casting a gentle glow on everything below. The stars hum quietly, and somewhere water shimmers. There a dark, quiet pool, half hidden between reeds and earth, and in it, almost invisible at first, something stirs. You see only eyes, round, still, barely above the water's surface, then nostrils, then the curve of a back, broad and glistening, the hippopotamus. He emerges not with drama, but with gravity, like a stone slowly rising from the bottom of a dream, massive, imposing, but calm. He blinks, breathes, and sinks again, just enough to disappear beneath the mirror of the pool. This is his world. Water, weight, silence. you sit by the edge, watching. Nothing moves quickly here. And that is the beauty of it. The hippo lives between two elements, earth and water. He belongs to both, yet fully to neither. On land, he walks slowly, his round feet pressing deep into the mud. In water, he floats like a secret, heavy, yet weightless. You feel the contradiction, and somehow it soothes you. He rises again, this time more of him, ears twitch, jaws open wide in a long, lazy yawn. You see his teeth, long, thick, powerful. But this is not aggression. He is not showing off. He is simply being. Nearby, others emerge. A group, a family. They gather in the cool water, close but not touching. Their sounds are low, grunts, bubbles, small sighs. You feel as though you're eavesdropping on a conversation too ancient to translate, and yet you understand it. This is the language of stillness, the poetry of presence. A calf nuzzles gently against its mother's side. She shifts just enough to let him float, his small body resting against hers. He closes his eyes. The current holds him. The mother breathes, and he learns calm by osmosis. Breathe with him, in, out, slow, effortless, safe. You think about the nature of the hippo, how it is often misunderstood, how its size is mistaken for rage, how its silence is seen as threat. But here, in this water, under this moon, he is peace, not fragile peace, but deep, weighted peace, the kind that does not move because it does not need to. You imagine sinking into that water yourself, not to swim, just to float, to be held, to feel the pressure of the world lessen, and the quiet rise like a tide. The hippos move gently. They dip below the surface, then rise again. The moonlight dances on their backs. They do not chase anything. They do not run, because here there is no need to arrive, only to remain. A nearby bird calls softly. The reeds sway. The water ripples, but never hurries. Everything belongs. You think of your own life, of the parts where you've rushed, where you've paddled hard to stay afloat, and now you understand. Rest is not laziness. Stillness is not failure. Sinking can be sacred. The hippos move toward the shore now. One by one, their bodies rise from the water, wet and shining like smooth stones. They don't shake off the water. They carry it, wear it like a second skin. Each step presses deep into the mud. They are heavy, but they do not struggle, because gravity is not the enemy. It is a teacher. They walk slowly into the grass, pausing often, listening. They do not speak. They do not need to. The earth listens. The water watches. The sky, too. And you listen now, with your whole body, to the rhythm, to the quiet, to the slow, ancient power that does not need to prove itself. The hippos begin to settle on the soft earth. They curl into the grass, half in water, half out, as if reminding the world, we are more than one thing. You close your eyes again, the sound of water lapping gently at the edge, the deep breath of a sleeping animal, the slow pulse of the moonlight on the land, and in your body, a kind of stillness blooms, heavy, quiet, sacred. You are not rushing now. You are floating. You are grounded. You are both. Good night, keeper of depth. Good night, soul of water and weight. May your sleep be deep, your thoughts slow and wide, and may you dream, not of movement, but of stillness that holds you like the waters of the night. The savanna, wrapped now in the fullness of night, seems to have exhaled. The air is cooler, softer. Every movement has slowed to a near stillness, but it is not silence, not truly. It is a different kind of music, one that plays without urgency, without melody, but with deep, ancient rhythm. You lie back in your mind, in your breath, and you begin to listen. The first sound is the chirping of crickets, steady, persistent, like the ticking of a gentle clock, marking time, not with numbers, but with life. Then a rustle, somewhere in the grass, soft, careful, as if the land itself is adjusting its blankets. You hear a distant call, a hyena, perhaps long and stretched, like a laugh that got lost in the wind. But there is no fear, only distance, only presence. A nightjar sings once, then again, its voice delicate, like a single note held in the mouth of the moon. From the pool behind you, a low grunt, a hippo, claiming nothing, just breathing, existing. You begin to notice how the sounds overlap, not like chaos, but like layers. Each one knows its place, each one waits its turn. The insects hum beneath the calls, the frogs croak between silences. The wind slips quietly through the trees, adding a hush between each note, and now your body begins to match the rhythm. Your breath, a slow in, a soft out. It becomes part of the soundscape, a private instrument in the orchestra of night. You hear the shifting of elephant feet nearby, heavy, measured, wrapped in the soft hush of dust. They are not walking, just turning, adjusting in sleep. Even in their rest, they move with weight and grace, and above them, above you, the stars continue to whisper. They do not make sound, but you feel their presence, a silent chorus, a backdrop of eternity. You think of how many nights like this have passed, how many creatures have slept beneath this sky, how many lullabies the land has sung, without words, without music, but never without meaning. You hear the brushing of leaves, a breeze, or perhaps a creature passing softly. It doesn't matter. Here, everything belongs, even you. The sounds of night are not trying to keep you awake. They are not noise. They are rhythm. They are company. They are the voice of the world telling you it's okay to rest now. A lion roars far in the distance, low, long, not hungry, just reminding the night, I am here. And the night answers, not with fear, but with space. Every sound here has a place, a reason, a permission. You close your eyes again, and now you're not just hearing, you're feeling. The ground beneath you vibrates with cricket song. The wind touches your cheek like a quiet blessing. The darkness is no longer unknown. It is a lullaby. You are not alone. Somewhere near, a bird adjusts its wings. A branch creaks. A small splash echoes from the pond. The night breathes, and you breathe with it. This chorus will not crescendo. It will not resolve into silence. It will simply continue, patiently, until the sky softens again. You think of your own thoughts, how they sometimes race, sometimes whisper, sometimes sing, and now they grow quiet, not because they're gone, but because they've found company. You've tuned yourself to the music of rest, of darkness, of life continuing, slowly, gently, beside you. A final breeze moves across the grasses. A final bird call fades. The crickets remain. The night holds steady, and you, cradled now by sound and shadow, feel the pull of sleep, like water filling the spaces inside you. Good night, listener of the land. Good night, soul attuned to stillness. May your breath follow the rhythm of the crickets. May your body rest like the sleeping herd, and may your dreams be woven into the quiet songs that only the night remembers. Dawn is near. The sky begins to peel away the night, first with a faint line of light, soft, pinkish, like the breath before a whisper. The stars retreat slowly, one by one, not in a rush, but with grace, as if bowing before the return of the day. You open your eyes, not fully, but just enough, and you notice it, a stillness that is not sleep, but something more alert. The savanna holds its breath, the insects quiet down, the frogs fade into silence, the birds wait. There is a pause, and in this pause, a shift. It is the hour of the hunters, not the chaos of chase, not the roar or the growl, but the anticipation. The lion is not yet moving, but he is awake. You see his eyes first, golden, focused. Still he lies low in the grass, his great body hidden beneath shadows, not entirely, but enough. Beside him, others stir. The pride is beginning to rise, but there is no rush, no sound, only readiness. Their breath is slow, their muscles coiled, but not tense. They are waiting, not for the perfect moment, but for the natural one. You observe the world around them. The morning light creeps forward, stretching gently across the landscape. It does not wake the savanna with a shout, but with a whisper. The breeze is cool. The ground is damp with dew. Each blade of grass holds a memory of the night, and yet no one moves. This is the hour when time itself seems to crouch. Every sound is sharper, every movement loaded with purpose. You breathe in, and even your breath feels like an echo. The predators don't hunt out of anger. They don't hate. They move because they must, because instinct calls them, softly, like a familiar song that begins in the bones. The lioness rises first, graceful, low to the ground. She does not roar. She does not speak. She simply moves. Others follow, a slow ripple of golden bodies through tall grass. They fan out, spreading with intention. From above, it might look like a dance, one choreographed by generations, by survival, by silence. You watch their heads, their shoulders, the way they glide, not like creatures walking, but like shadows shifting. You do not feel fear, because this is not your story. You are here to witness, to understand, and what you see is not savagery, but precision. You remember times in your own life when you've had to wait, to pause, to hold back your energy, not because you were afraid, but because you were listening to the moment, to the instinct, to the silence before movement. The lions wait now. They've reached a place where scent drifts in the air, where sounds carry clearly, where the herd may come or may not, and this too they accept, because nature doesn't promise outcome, only rhythm. The lioness crouches low, her breath slow, her ears twitch once, then still. You feel your own breath matching hers. In, out, and then she stops. The wind has shifted, the chance has passed. She turns quietly, and the others follow, not disappointed, not angry, just moving to the next moment, because even failure here is part of the flow. There is no waste in nature, only rhythm. You feel that lesson settle into your chest. How often have you chased something too early or too late, and now you see timing is a teacher, an instinct, a whisper worth trusting. The lions return to their shaded place. Some lie down, others sit, ears tuned to the day, and the savanna slowly resumes its chorus. Birdsong returns, not loud, but sure. The insects begin again. The grasses sway, and the sun, finally free from the horizon, spreads its warmth across the land. You close your eyes, and in the calm after anticipation, you feel something ancient inside you exhale. You do not need to chase. You do not need to run. Not now. Because this morning you have learned from the stillness, from the pause, from the lion who waited and walked away. Good morning, quiet heart. Good morning, soul of patience and instinct. May your steps be timed with trust. May your breath stay slow. And may your dreams guide you gently, like the wind over grass, in silence and in peace. The sun is now full. Its golden warmth drapes over the savanna like a soft blanket, not too hot yet, just enough to stir the grasses, to shimmer across the backs of animals as they begin their day. You hear no loud calls, no rush, only the low rustle of feet in the grass, the occasional breath, and the quiet rhythm of a herd on the move. They are not marching. They are not following orders. They are flowing together. This is the herd, a group of elephants, of mothers and daughters, of ants and calves, walking not as one body, but as one soul, spread across many shapes. You observe their formation. It is not rigid, but it is not random. The youngest stay near the center, surrounded by layers of care. No fences, no commands, only instinct, ancient and true. You see a calf fall slightly behind. A soft trumpet escapes its trunk, a tiny note of uncertainty. And from the side, a larger elephant turns, walks back, stands beside the calf. They don't touch. They don't push. They just walk, side by side. That's all it takes. Because in a herd, support is silent. You begin to notice other small interactions. One elephant places her trunk gently across another's back, not to control, not to guide, just to say, I am here. We are still together. This space is safe. A young elephant stumbles, just slightly. A circle of trunks forms around it, not dramatic, not anxious, protective, natural, brief. Then they move on. You feel it now, the invisible threads that bind them, not ropes, not rules, but trust. You think of your own life, of those who have walked beside you, of the times you stumbled, of the quiet gestures that steadied you. Maybe you didn't notice it then. Maybe it didn't seem like much. But now you understand. Care doesn't always shout. Love doesn't always explain itself. Sometimes it just walks beside you. The herd reaches a clearing. They slow, pause, begin to rest. Some lie down, others remain standing. Some graze softly, pulling at the tall grass with lazy trunks. The calves move in little circles, still full of energy. But even their play is gentle. You watch two calves bump into each other. One squeals, the other backs away, head low, not in fear, but in apology. And the adults, they do not intervene. They trust, because the herd doesn't just teach protection, it teaches patience, and patience is love stretched across time. You look around the group. Each one seems at peace, not because they are without worry, but because they are not alone. You close your eyes briefly, feel the sun on your skin, feel the calm settle deeper in your chest. You imagine yourself there among them, not as an outsider, but as one of the many. Your breath becomes the herd's breath, your pace becomes theirs. You are not being pulled. You are not being pushed. You are simply with you hear a low rumble, a sound felt more than heard, an elephant signal. It moves through the group like a soft drumbeat. Time to continue. No urgency, no command, just rhythm. The elephants rise. The calves gather near the middle again. The older ones form a wide ring, not tight, just close enough, and they begin to move. Not in perfect lines, but in harmony, like waves in tall grass. Like breath, you walk with them again in your heart, in your thoughts. In your dreams, you remember, you don't have to walk alone, because life, at its best, is a herd, and every journey, no matter how long, is lighter when shared. Good night, soul of the herd. Good night, traveler, held by quiet care. May your steps be steady, your path gentle, and may your sleep be wrapped in the soft rhythm of those who walk beside you, in silence, in strength, in love. The sun rises slowly in the sky. Its light stretches across the plain, gold, rose, amber. You watch it spill through the leaves, as if the day itself were pouring over the earth. The lions walk slow steps, heavy but coordinated. They move away from the carcass left behind. The vultures already circle above, the hyenas too, but there is no fight. The pride has eaten, they survived. They move on, you follow them in silence. The air is fresh, but the ground still holds the warmth of the day before. The lion's footprints press into the damp earth, tracks that tell stories without needing words. And you think, how many kings have passed through here? How many have roared before and vanished after? Because the savanna is honest, it does not keep thrones. It turns, it changes, it trades. The young one training his paws today will be the old one who loses tomorrow. You see a lion lag behind, an older male. His mane is full but fading, his breath slower now. He does not speak, he does not ask to be followed. He knows his time is passing. A younger lion walks ahead, stronger, taller. He doesn't look back, not out of cruelty, but out of certainty, because on this land, youth is not a luxury. It is a weapon, it is fate. And still, the old lion walks, not bitter, not afraid, because he too had his season. He too wore the crown, and the crown is heavy. It shines from a distance, but up close, it's made of scars. You think of your own crowns, the moments when you led, when you stood tall, and the weight that came with them, the silence, the nights without sleep, the choices that no one saw. The lions walk on, their muscles still strong, their breath slow, but the air around them says, change is coming. Not in a roar, not in a fight. The way shadows change hands. The pride does not speak of it. They don't name it, but they feel it. You watch as the young male stops to drink. The others wait behind him, not close, not rushed, but waiting all the same. Because the new leader doesn't arrive with a speech. He arrives by surviving. And the old one, he watches, he remembers. You wonder what he sees. His first hunt, his first roar. The moment he wasn't afraid anymore. Or maybe the moment he realized he always would be and led anyway. Because courage isn't the absence of fear. It's walking forward even with it. The sun climbs higher, the lions slow. They find shade beneath a cluster of trees. They don't lie together, but near enough to rest, enough to watch each other breathe. The old lion lies down last. His legs fold with effort. His eyes remain open. He does not sleep quickly. He listens to the earth, to the air, to the silence between breaths, and you, too, listen with him. You understand now, the price of the crown is not just the fight to gain it, it's the grace to let it go. The lions close their eyes, the young ones twitch in sleep, the wind softens, and time stretches thin. No one speaks of what was, no one fears what will be, because today they are together, alive, fed, breathing, and in the savannah. That is enough. You lie back in your own space, far from the heat, but close in spirit, and you feel it, the rhythm of things passing, of power shifting hands, of stories being written in footprints and fur and silence. Good night, watcher of kings. Good night, heart that carries crowns and lets them fall. May your dreams be gentle, your strength quiet, and may your sleep remind you. The most powerful moments often come in stillness. The day fades, slowly, softly. The sun lowers behind the trees, painting the sky with delicate strokes of orange and lavender. The savannah stretches beneath it, vast, peaceful, tired. You feel it now, the rhythm slowing, the breath of the land, growing deeper, more still, more complete. The grasses, once golden in the morning, now sway in twilight gray. They don't whisper anymore, they hum, a low, soothing note, like the earth singing itself to sleep. You've walked this journey. You've seen the giants, the graceful ones, the patient, the fierce, the calm, the wild dot, and now they all sleep. Elephants lie in quiet circles, their trunks curled gently, their ears twitching only at dreams. Giraffes kneel slowly to rest, their necks folding like ribbons of silk, finding a soft pause between heartbeats. Hippos sink beneath the cool waters, leaving only ripples and memory. Lions, scattered in shadows, breathe together, no longer kings and challengers, just breath and fur and warmth. The savannah doesn't celebrate the day. It doesn't mark endings. It simply continues, without urgency, without effort, a quiet eternity. And you are part of it now. Your body still, your breath steady, your mind open and empty, like the last light in the sky. You remember the sounds, the crickets, the frogs, the distant rumble of hooves, the roar that once shook the grass, now softened to a memory. You remember the touch of the wind, cool on your skin, the heat of the earth, the scent of dust and bark and quiet. You remember the silence, not absence, but presence, the kind that holds everything, and now you feel it surrounding you, holding you gently, like the arms of the world itself. There is no need to speak, no need to think. The day is done, the story told, but the song continues, not loud, not bright, just there, a slow pulse in the soil, a soft melody in the wind, a promise in the stars above. The savannah will sleep, and so will you, not because the world is perfect, but because it is enough, because peace does not mean nothing changes. It means you are not alone when it does. The animals shift in their sleep. The trees lean into the sky. The grasses cover your footsteps. And the stars begin to blink again, just as they did when this journey began. The circle closes, not with an end, but with a return. And you, here, now, at the edge of sleep, you are safe. You are still. You are held. Let the night take you. Let the silence fill you. Let the story become part of your breath. Good night, traveler of the wild. Good night, listener of wind and fur and firelight. May your sleep be deep And may the song of the savanna carry you softly into dreams that know no fear.